quick. Yeah, that'd be fine. We'll get you built in on that one. All right, we live. Sorry about that, everybody. Had to do something on the fly.
Let me adjust.
I hope I'm trying to balance out the sound effects so it wasn't super crazy.
Yeah.
Trying to save everybody's ears. So, well, anyway, we appreciate y'all joining us today. It's your boy Howie for Try Hip Hop Podcast. My man
Kurt, what's up, y'all?
And episode 149.
149.
149. Day 1/13/2021. We're 13 days into New Year's.
Man. And I think the whole year is already going to shit.
Yeah, trash.
It pretty much is going to shit.
It went in the dumpster.
But we'll see. Maybe it'll get better soon enough. Maybe by let's wait till February. Let's call February the first month of the year.
Yeah, damn.
See how that turns out.
See how it works.
We're gonna give that another chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all checking us out. As always, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for checking us out. So how was your week this week, my man?
I've been pretty good, man. Just we had a lot of work and everything, and at the warehouse and whatnot that I work at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about it. Trying to get ready for school and whatnot. Trying to get all that together. So that's about it, man. How about you?
About the same old. Just an average week. This one went by kind of fast, so I'm kind of glad. I'm still doing my physical therapy for my back and my legs and stuff like that. So that's going pretty good. I got a couple more visits, next couple of weeks, and then I'll be done. But it's just been another average week, so nothing special. But it's the new year, so I'm anxious to get some vacation time in this year. Go check out some family and friends and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah. No more COVID. I don't want to hear no more COVID. Hopefully that's just on its way out. But said, nope, nigga, too late.
Nah, you gonna hear
coronavirus.
Yeah, you gonna hear that shit. You gonna have to push that shit.
Yeah, pretty much. But before we go too far, want to give some condolences to an actress that we lost. Somebody who I really cared for a lot because she did such a great job in the Police Academy movies. Her name was Marion Ramsey. If any of y'all are old enough to know about Police Academy, she was a black cop that had the real squeaky voice. You're under arrest. But yeah, she was hilarious, man. And I really, I don't know what kind of work she did after that, but that's what she's most famously known for, all the Police Academy. Because they did 5 of them shits. I think they did about 5 of them, right?
5?
It was either 4 or 5.
I thought they did a lot more than that.
Might have been. I just know.
I mean, it might. Well, 5 sounds about right, but yeah. But now, the first one was actually pretty tight though, because they did the my man's up there. They took my man to the gay club.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we all gonna be hanging out there.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, I was looking at that movie and said, man, some of this shit they could even get away with now, yeah.
Exactly.
God, boy.
Yeah. My man that did the beatbox, what's his name?
Michael
Winslow.
Yeah, Winslow. Yeah.
He was dope, man. That dude.
Yeah, that dude.
He was so talented, man. But yeah, so we want to give her a rest in peace. So let's go ahead and maybe give her a moment of silence and just pay our respects. All right. Thank you for doing that with us. We appreciate that. Thank y'all as always for checking us out. Like I said, shout out to everybody who checks us out on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. We appreciate y'all. You know, it's not been too much going on this week, but we still got a lot to talk about.
Yeah. I think like a lot of last week spilled over into this week. Right, that's really what it is.
Yeah, man, because we still got to talk about this insurrection at the Capitol and what's going on with the impeachment and all of that. So anyway, but before we do that, let's get into a question of the day real quick, because we always like to give y'all something to think about and get your opinions on. So if you're checking us out, who do you think is the better MC? Method Man or Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony? Now, I think both of them are dope MCs. I think Crazy is pretty much one of the best out of the Bone Thugs. And Method Man, I mean, it's hard to say if he's the best out of Wu-Tang because there's so many good MCs in there. And the same thing for Bone Thugs, man. But Meth is starting to stand out more these days to me as a lyricist, because I think the Joe Budden thing kind of made him step his game up, because he wasn't no slouch, but I think it made him think, okay, if somebody is feeling like that about me, let me go ahead and show y'all what I'm really made of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think with Meth, I still don't think he's the best member, but he's definitely improved.
Yeah, definitely.
And in the newer Wu-Tang, like the saga continues, you can clearly see that he's improved. Yeah,
and he was always a standout artist to me, because I think that's why he had the first solo project. Because if you remember, they did the Method Man song, and it let you know, okay, if he's dope enough to do a song by himself, and then he was the first one to do an album, and so it's like he definitely was standing out. But I think he's a combination of a lot of things, like the voice, his cadence, you know what I mean, his flow, all that. But he wasn't necessarily the best lyricist, but over the years you can tell he just like, okay, I got to keep outdoing myself now.
He's definitely like, one thing about Meth I could give to him, like if you, and I've said this many times, like if you put him on a song, like if me and you was in the studio, we gonna be like, yo, let's get Meth feature, Meth. Meth is gonna shine. Your shit gonna be good, because what I'm saying, Meth gives that quality. I think sometimes when he's by himself, especially like not to Cal obviously, but other projects, he kind of, it's not like I'm not gonna say it's not like the same, but I think you can feel that he's like he likes working with groups and working with people.
Yeah. I think that does bring out the best in him when he knows he has to compete with other people. You know what I mean? So that's when I see some of the best verses from him, man. Because he was one of my first lyrical breakdowns. From the song he did with Jizza, Shadowboxing. Because I mean, he shined on that song.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. He had to do 2 verses. That's how dope it was. But anyway, I mean, Crazy Bone, I think he's one of the dopest out of Bone, man. I mean, so. That's a hard question, man. I mean, do you have a choice in that?
Probably slight edge to Crazy Bone because of but not, I mean, again, Meth is no slouch. But from what I've heard from other people, like one thing he said, I think in a couple of interviews or whatnot, it's like, yeah, all the people that were saying all this stuff in 16 bars, I can say in about 4.
Right.
Yeah. You can't fuck with that.
Yeah, exactly. That is a hard one.
Yeah. I mean, and on top of that too, like this dude can sing,
right?
And and like there's a lot. It's trickier than you think. You're speaking, singing words and enunciating. And putting tonality to it.
Yeah.
And he's actually been on some heavy hits. The Chameleonaire joint, Little John's joint. He really been like out of that whole camp. I think he's probably one of the more successful as far as being a solo artist.
Right.
But I would say slight edge to the Crazy Bone.
Yeah.
Just slightly.
So I mean, I guess it just depends on what you like. Cause I mean,
yeah.
I think it, to me, it would kind of be maybe a tie. I don't know, because I do feel like Crazy would have the better flow because he's a little more versatile. He can do that fast flow, but he can also do a normal flow as well. But Method Man, I think his lyrical content of the words that he chooses, I think to me would be a little bit better. So I think Method Man would be better, you know, in that regard, in lyricism. You know what I mean? We can't get nothing done around here.
Well, we got breaking news.
So
you want to go ahead?
Yeah. So we got breaking news. It's a go for impeachment on the president. It's a go. From the I believe that's from the House. I don't think they've done the Senate yet, but I think that's from the House. They've probably come to that agreement because they've been going at it all morning. So yeah.
But he got 10 days left, so
right.
Yeah, he better do something.
Right.
He better buy them niggas donuts or some shit. I'm sorry about the Capitol. Right. I can make it right. Yeah. Here's some Dunkin' Donuts.
You need that money.
Here's some Dunkin' Donuts.
Don't take my money away. But yeah, man. So, but yeah, that's all I wanted to say anyway about the two of them rappers. You know what I mean? I think for me it would be kind of a tie. But I would like to see that, man. That would be a dope versus.
Speaking of dope verses, but we'll bring that back up later.
Yeah, we're going to have to bring that back up because we got to talk about a lot of stuff. So let's go ahead and get our birthdays out the way real quick. So back on January 10th, happy birthday goes to my man R.A. the Rugged Man.
Okay.
That's my dude.
Yeah.
We had a few on the 12th, which was yesterday. We got DJ Hurricane from the Run DMC camp, and he was from the Afros. I actually met him in person one day here in Greensboro.
All right.
My man DJ Paul from 3-6 Mafia was on the 12th. Happy birthday to him.
Yep.
Zach De La Rocha.
Big Zach!
Also on the 12th. And then my man, the chef, Raekwon.
Cooking marvelous shit. Know what I mean, God? Know what I mean?
My man had that slang for you, boy. You know what I mean? And then coming up tomorrow on the 14th, we got two. We got my man LL Cool J.
Milky!
Uncle L. And then we got the ruler, Slick Rick. That's the man. Y'all better know. That's my dude right there. Coming up on the 15th, we got my man Young Dro.
All right.
Dro, I'm clean in this bitch. Now I'm about to show the lean in this bitch. But anyway, also on the 15th, Pitbull.
Okay.
And my man from right here in North Carolina, Knife Wonder. Producer extraordinaire. He actually was born in Winston-Salem.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to shut up.
Yeah. All right. Coming up on the 16th, we got my man Frankie Cutlass, DJ and producer extraordinaire.
All right.
Also, Lin-Manuel Miranda. That dude could rap his butt off, man. That's my dude. He did the Hamilton play.
Okay.
And then coming up on the 17th, Sharaya J. That's my girl. She won. She technically should have won the show called The Four.
Okay.
She came in as the runner-up, and then they chose the other dude, but she won. But they didn't give her the title. We'll put it like that. Cool. You know what I mean? So they cheated.
I wasn't clapping that.
Nah, you good.
Yeah, I was running.
I was kind of feeling like I had a Trump moment. They cheated me
out
of my win.
They cheated me out of my win. They stole the votes.
But yeah, man. So happy birthday to all of them.
Yep. Let me do that.
Boom! Gotta get them booms in. All right. So in music, I only got one new song that I heard this week, and it really made my week. It's from a group called Grindstone, and they got my man Willie D back in the booth, and it's called "Fuck Your MAGA Hat."
Oh man, shit!
They went in. It went hard.
Shit!
They went
hard.
Hold on, yeah, man.
That shot's fired right there. That's woo. That shot's fired.
Fuck Your MAGA Hat. I was like, okay, Willie D. You know he a big Trump hater. He hates Trump, man. And I mean, I don't think he got like a beef with him or anything. He just knows that he's like, I ain't holding my tongue. Trump is just he's not a good person in general.
Shots fired. That's what I meant to hear.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to share that on our Facebook page, but it's on YouTube, so y'all go find it and check it out. get him some views. The group is called Grindstone. Like I said, and it features Willie D from the Ghetto Boys. I didn't know if Willie D was ever going to get back in the booth, to tell you the truth. But he had some bars for that ass, trust me.
Yeah, Willie.
And I was like, okay, Willie D still got it, my man. Still got it. All right. Let's get into some quick topics. So, want to give a big shout out to Anthony Anderson. Him and his son are both going to college together at Howard University. Let's clap that up. And they'll both be graduating exactly at the same time in 2022.
That's awesome.
So that is going to be dope, man. You know what I mean? To be able to go to school with your kid and be able to celebrate at the same time.
So, dang, they fast tracking the 20, because usually it's got at least to be about 2 years.
Well, I'm assuming they've been in there already. You know,
I'm
assuming they just said that they're on track to graduate together. I just, they never really talked about it, so he probably just now letting us know.
Yeah.
So that's kind of dope, man. Also, my man, Slick Rick the Ruler, speaking of him, he got a little mini documentary. I shared it on our Facebook page. It's called Mind, Body, and Soul. He teamed up with Clark's, the footwear company that does the Wallabies. A lot of y'all might hear him from the Wu-Tang, and mostly Ghostface and Raekwon talk about him a lot.
Wallabies.
Yeah, son, I got my Wallabies, dipped blue and cream joints. But Slick Rick was actually the first one to really put the Wallabies on. He'd been out before them. And he always been wearing them, but he never really talked about them. But he made them, he put them in fashion. Every time you saw him, he had a suit that was matching with the Wallabies. You know what I mean? So he teamed up with them, did a little, documentary, and it's just a couple minutes basically. It's not a long thing, but he just kind of puts a spotlight on the company Clark's about how they influenced the fashion and how he influenced them over the years, and then it shows him giving some care packages, to the less fortunate, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a dope video, man. It just talks about him growing up in New York, where he's actually born in the UK, but he was mostly raised in New York.
Yeah,
so,
it ain't the opposite of, 21 Savage.
Right. Exactly. 21 Savage is a whole different category.
Yeah.
But, y'all should check that out. It's on YouTube. It's called Mind, Body, and Soul, but the soul is spelled like a shoe sole. S-O-L-E. So, check that out. All right, so let's go back to verses real quick. We got the Ashanti and Keisha Cole verses coming up pretty soon. I want to say it's on the 18th.
Okay.
So, probably, like this coming Sunday or Monday, somewhere around there.
Okay.
It seems like it's taking forever for them to get that one going, man. But I ain't gonna really call a winner. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch it, but I may check it out, depending on how busy I am.
Yeah.
So.
I don't have a say so in that. I would say I feel well, it's just me. I'm just doing favoritism. I'd probably say Ashanti out of the two. Because, especially if you get them joints for rules on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All you need to do, Ashanti smooth ass singing, "It's murder" on the whole track.
Right. Ashanti gonna have a special guest appearance by Ja Rule. He gonna come in while they're doing the verses.
Yeah.
It's murder.
Yeah, that's what
and everybody gonna be like, no, we don't care.
When somebody said that Ja Rule and Ashanti was like the Kmart version of fucking Jay-Z to Beyonce,
God, they came out the blue light special.
The blue light special.
Yeah, I remember that.
Coming down the aisle too, you know what we do.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. You remember when Ja Rule did that little commercial for that Italian restaurant over there?
Oh yeah.
2020. That was so funny.
Man.
I can't remember the name of it.
Damn, and that's sad, man. That wasn't even like the worst shit.
Right. Exactly.
That's sad. You gotta do an Italian commercial, like a rapper doing an Italian commercial. That's usually like, man, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Nah, that wasn't even the worst that happened last year.
Man, 2020 was just it was a flop. So,
man.
But on the versus thing, it's been mentioned, how would it be if we had Wu-Tang versus Bone Thugs and Harmony? So that's what prompted our question of the day. Just to remind y'all, who do you think is the better MC, Method Man or Crazy Bone? But as far as the verses for the whole group, what do y'all think? How did this come about?
Well, like I said, I kind of glanced over it, and it was just I didn't really go into it, but it was basically saying that Lazy Bone said that, they would crush the Wu-Tang. And like I said,
did he actually use that word, crush?
That's what I read.
Okay.
It was like a video clip. I didn't really watch the video or anything, so they might have, twisted the words to be right. To be fair, I think it would be an interesting battle. I mean, they were both influential. They're both influential groups. I mean, it would be tough. I don't know though, but I think as far as like over in the whole though, I think as far as like the influence, I think Wu-Tang has more of an influence than they do. I mean, just in the whole overall scale. But I mean, it would be a very interesting verses. Because I mean, Bone got some hits that you cannot deny. Like you like what they gonna do when Crossroads go on? You can't fuck with that. First of the month. I
don't know, man.
Nah, first of the month.
Cream, you throwing that cream though.
Cream,
throwing that cash rules, bro.
Dude, you throwing first of the month? Hey. Shit.
Ain't
the Woo gonna be wake up. I can hear Raekwon. Yo, that's my shit, God. You know what I'm saying? That's my shit, God. Yeah, I like y'all niggas when y'all did that.
I think Cream might be the only song that can go up against First of the Month, but you're right. First of the Month might have the edge on that.
First of the month.
But, and then throw on the joint they did with Pop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Big, come on now.
Yeah.
And
but Wu-Tang, I'm telling you, man, don't sleep, because I'm gonna go ahead and side with Wu-Tang on this one, because I think Wu-Tang got the bigger catalog, but Bone Thugs, you might be right. They might have the hits that just
they got some undeniable. They got some undeniable shit. I'm not saying that Wu would get crushed. I think it would be closer than a lot of people think it would.
It would. So I think that would be a good one. But I don't agree with them saying that they would crush him. I hope that's just somebody fabricating. But to me, that's kind of you can't say that about the Wu. Come on, Wu-Tang cannot get crushed by anybody. You know what I mean? Even if they get defeated, it won't be a crush.
I don't know about a crush.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. But Wu-Tang still touring this to this day.
Well, maybe not as heavy.
But
the whole woman goes.
Yeah, because of Rona.
Yeah.
But I would love to see that, man. That would be dope. Oh, and speaking of verses, I think that I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I know I read that what's my name? 8 Ball and MJG. My man wants to go up against them instead of Outkast. UGK.
That'd be good. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, he actually said that they've settled on doing it with them, but they might not have it until closer to the summer. So, that's a good move, especially with their music. Right. Oh my god, it's official though.
Back, side to side. Shit.
So it's pretty much official. They just don't have a solidified date. So he's saying it might not be till late spring, early summer. But supposedly it is official. UGK versus 8 Ball and MJG.
Yeah, I like that. Now who you got for that one? That's gonna be tough.
That is gonna be tough. I think that UGK, their catalog is bigger. But
they got a little bit more.
MJG got some songs.
Yeah, they got some shit.
Yikes, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But I think UGK, especially with Bun B right now, I think they got a little bit more influence. Yeah. And then Pimp C being kind of legendary now, with his untimely demise.
Right. Exactly.
Man, Pimp C, man, that dude. That dude was on it. My man was calling out like a lot of shit.
Oh yeah. He ain't hold back on nothing.
He was calling out a lot of shit. And I just, man. So I ain't gonna go into that because them boys be watching now.
Right. So yeah, we ain't trying to offend nobody.
Yeah, they be watching now. So,
But yeah, man. So I'm excited about that one. UGK and 8Ball and MJG, and then Bone and Wu-Tang. If they do that, I'm all in.
Yeah, man.
I'll take off a whole day of work for that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot. Yeah, we gonna. I'm gonna do that anyway.
But yeah, man. So yeah, versus, hopefully they'll keep doing their thing. You know what I mean? Because they came up with a good platform and it's helping out a lot during these trying times. You know what I mean? So yeah, I really appreciate Swiss and Timbo for doing that, man.
Yeah, let's shout them out real quick.
But yep. And if y'all never seen it, me and Howie did a couple of verses back in 2020. Y'all might want to go back and check those out. We did 2 of them. So, when verses was kind of just getting hot and heavy. So, they came out pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's move on real quick. My man Dr. Dre from NWA in the West Coast. He is still in the hospital dealing with his brain aneurysm. He supposedly is doing better, but I was definitely not expecting him to be in the hospital this long. Because when we reported it last week, they kind of made it seem like, he was doing so much better that he would be leaving any minute now. But supposedly he's still in there, but, he's gotten better, but it's not good enough to go home yet. So we need y'all to get my man's right. You know what I mean? So
he got detox to do.
Right.
if he gonna do that. I doubt he can do that.
Is this divorce weighing that much on this man?
Yeah.
They trying to take everything from me.
I gotta make another album.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I don't think. I think Dre pretty much. I ain't gonna say he done with music, but he don't have to be.
He don't have to be, but yeah. And I mean, Jimmy Iovine sold his whole catalog, so it's like, what is coming to this, man?
Man, I think people trying to cash the fuck out. Yeah. I think the way it's looking, man, it look like this is it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that's what it's going to. So, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. But yep, so y'all keep Dr. Dre in your prayers.
Yeah, man.
Even the other Dr. Dre from Yo MTV Rap, keep him in your prayers too, man. Because he's been going through a lot. He's diabetic and.
Did they amputate his leg?
Mm-hmm. From what I understand, they did amputate one of his legs. So he's not very active on social media or anything. Yeah. And hell, I need an update on Biz, man. What's going on with Biz Marquis?
Yeah, so someone let us know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta just let us know. Yeah. Hey, he all right and stuff.
Yeah.
Real, man,
Biz has been on my mind heavy lately, man. Like, I don't know why his songs just keep popping up in my head. I'm like, okay, this is not a good sign. Songs just be popping up out of nowhere. I'm like, okay, is he all right?
Yeah.
So we need an update because it's been like 6 months since they said he's been in the hospital and dealing with his situation. So, but we shall see, man. We'll keep y'all updated. But yeah, another sad note: a Houston rapper by the name of Skeeter was arrested from over the weekend. He shot his rival. I can't even go into too much detail about that, but supposedly he was arrested because he shot his rival. Y'all need to grow up, man, and just get your bag, man. This is a waste of time, all of this street nonsense, man. But, every time I turn around, it's another young rapper either shooting or getting shot, going to jail or something stupid. It's like, come on, man, y'all got to do better, man. This is not the way to go if you want to get your money. You know what I mean? If you got a good career going, I mean, if your name was big enough for them to mention you in on these websites and stuff like that, and you're buzzing in the hip hop community, and you still felt the need to, I gotta shoot this guy. He did me wrong. You know what I mean? You're in the business for the wrong reason. But It was something you shared.
Goody Mob. That was really good.
Yeah,
and,
that kind of was right on this subject too, man.
Yeah.
How they using these young rappers, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing of it is, I mean, it's just like in everything. I think they're really trying to do that with everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the most successful thing they did that with is hip hop.
Yeah,
because they try to separate all the OGs from the young Gs. Even though, like, okay, maybe the OG don't have much money than you, but one thing about the OG, like, look, we know how this thing works. We want to make sure that you get the most what you got.
right.
And just like what he said, like some of these songs that, they might be hot now, but what about 10 years from now?
Right.
I can put on a Goody Mob CD and vibe out.
Exactly.
Like,
that's
still
what, 20 years
old.
old.
I can throw on a Still Standing. You can put it on a Nas, no matter. You can put it in a Wu-Tang. You can put it on a Ballroom Thugs and Harmony and have a good time. Just, you know what I'm saying?
I can put on The Great Adventures of Slick Rick right now.
Yeah.
That's 30 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can throw on a Kane record.
Yeah.
You can throw on, what I'm
still
saying?
vibe to that.
Shit, Curtis Blow.
Right. You know what I mean? So,
but the thing of it is, it's just everybody's on this, money, and it's kind of but the thing of it is, I will say 2020 kind of got. I'm not gonna say people still about their money, but what I'm saying is, I think people want a little bit more substance now, and I think that was evident with like Nas album, Busta Rhymes album, Benny's album. You know what I'm saying? The Machine Gun Kellys and stuff. So. No, not Machine Gun Kelly. Fuck no. I'm sorry. Conway the Machine. That's what I was trying to say.
I don't know why. It's like I knew who you were talking about, but it didn't register to me.
I was like, wait a minute, hold on. That's Machine Gun Kelly? You're like, what the fuck?
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? Like, those guys, and
right.
I think a lot of, because, people sitting at home, and they're trying, you can't think with, even though WAP, as strong as it was, you can't sit down and be like, well, I'm gonna walk my way out of this situation.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They really thinking about, man, like this is what I need. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, it was definitely a good interview. I didn't see the whole interview of that, but that was definitely on time and definitely needed.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. But like I said, I don't, this rapper Skeeter, he was out of Houston, and I don't know how long he's gonna be in jail or what's gonna happen, but I guess he got caught pretty quick. I mean, it just happened over the weekend, so it is what it is, man.